In a recent flyer you sent out, you mentioned something about an equity claim that employees with union contracts got when they exited bankruptcy. Can the lawyer explain what that was and how much money AFA members got?
Okay, I'm the lawyer.
You are the lawyer.
The lawyer, yeah. For the past 5 years, I've done almost nothing but bankruptcy negotiations with 9 airlines, and I've learned a thing or two about it. I'm not a bankruptcy lawyer. I'm a labor lawyer. But one of the things we were able to do in some of these bankruptcy cases was to negotiate, as Vita mentioned, something called an equity claim. And that is, everybody in a bankruptcy, all of the vendors and all of the suppliers, and in our case, labor, everybody who takes what the professionals call a haircut as a result of the bankruptcy. If you're whatever dealings you have with the company are negatively affected, whatever the amount of that haircut is, in normal bankruptcy law, that becomes a claim, and at the end of the case, those claims are paid out in stock in the new company that emerges from bankruptcy. Labor has to fight for a claim because it's not entirely clear in the law that we're entitled to one, and we were able to fight for our claim in most of these bankruptcies. Just to give you the most recent example, at Northwest, we negotiated a claim that reflected the value of about 2 years of our concessions, and that translated at the end of the bankruptcy into a payout of roughly $14,000 to $18,000 per flight attendant to partially offset the cost of these concessions. At Masaba Airlines, another one, we actually got a claim worth 100% of the present value of their concessions over the next 5 years. Again, in excess of $10,000 per flight attendant. So here again, it's a situation where AFA, with the expertise that we have in negotiations and by bringing in bankruptcy counsel and other experts, we were able to go to bat for things like that basically would have been left on the table otherwise. The other parties in a bankruptcy sort of take for granted, but labor had to go in and fight for. And so that's offset in some degree some of the concessions that we've had to make at other airlines.
Thank you, David. And while you're the lawyer on the panel, you're not the only legal representative for AFA. Right.
No, I should spell that out. We have a staff of lawyers. We have about 10 or 11 lawyers. And also, Pat mentioned our professional negotiators. We have a half a dozen staff who are professional negotiators, do nothing but contract negotiations 24/7. So, yeah, it's an effective and experienced professional staff.